What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS update. So, some of this news is a little bit older because I didn't get to it, as fast as possible that I wanted to, but it's still pretty fresh for you guys who may not know. So, yes, this picture is from Masahiro Sakurai with his team drew on a board. So does this mean that these characters are confirmed to be back in Super Smash Brothers for the next installment? Pretty much. I mean, we got basically all our veterans. We have Marth there. We have Kirby, Mario, Zero Suit Samus, Mr. Game and Watch, Wario, Fox, Donkey Kong, Pikachu. So it looks as though we're probably going to get these characters back. There's also Meta Knight and Luigi in there, if you guys can see. So, but the real news here is Sakurai says the next Smash Brothers series needs a change of direction. And he says there is a certain charm to games that have a huge cast of playable characters, but they tend to have issues with game balance, and it becomes very difficult to fine tune each character and have them all feel distinctive. So, I mean, there's more to this quote, so before I put my thoughts in it, I'm gonna read it. The rest of it. He says, "It isn't a matter of if the next game has 50 characters, that'll be enough. There is a certain charm to games that have huge cast of playable characters, but they tend to have issues with game balance, and it becomes very difficult to fine tune each character and have them all feel distinctive. In terms of quantity, we've probably already reached the limit of what's feasible. I think a change of direction may be what's needed." So a lot of everybody who's seen this news have has been speculating whether there won't be as much characters in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS as Brawl, or there won't be a huge leap of more characters. For one, that is possible. I mean, he says 50 characters, and I believe Brawl had 36, so that's about 20 more, a little bit over 20 more, I believe. And I mean, how many characters do you want? But at the same time, that doesn't actually just flat out means that there's just going to be 50 characters. It could be more. I mean, what he's saying is, I think a change of direction may be what's needed. Does means that maybe he's going to change up some things to make characters more distinctive. Maybe that means by adding another type of special. You know, each special determines on really what direction you're pointing at with the control stick. So basically, maybe he can add a different type of special. You know, not just the up special, a down special, a side special. You know, maybe there can be some type of other specials to that way you can get more characters to have different, more distinctive move sets, so nothing will feel all the same. Or maybe characters will have types of specials that aren't per se activated by the special button, maybe by just doing certain things. I think Masahiro should well, I know the Super Smash Bros. Series does have combos. You can combo in it, in both Brawl and Melee, and also in the first Super Smash Brothers. But the thing is, as far as comboing chains and stuff, there's a such thing as that in Super Smash Brothers, but it's very, you have to be very skilled to do it. You have to have different maneuvers. It isn't like a fighting game where you just do a few you just press a button, like A, B, and then there's a combo, and then you can do a special move with that. It isn't like that. It's more of a specific thing. You have to like click up certain things. I mean, and if you're not spot on, it's you don't really do it right. So it's in a way somewhat a little bit more complicated than in fighter games like Super Street Fighter, the Street Fighter series or the Tekken series. It's more complicated than that because it involves specific triggers, with the analog stick and the A button. Even though it's such a simple thing, it is harder to do because different characters have different types of effects when they hit a certain character. And say Luigi basically is impossible to combo on because he slips and slides everywhere. So every time you hit him, he's out of range to do a combo on. So different characters, it depends on what character you're actually trying to do a combo on in the Super Smash Bros. Series. It's not like the Street Fighter series where you can basically do any type of combo on any character with any character you're playing as. So I would like them to introduce more chain combos, things that just link together in there, and not for us to figure out. I mean, there can be some for us to figure out, but there needs to be some for people who really want to play hardcore, and just really just want to play, competitively. There needs to be a chain system, a better chain system. Not to say that the other games don't have any chain system, but there needs to be a little bit of a more fleshed out chain system so you can chain combo in the Super Smash Bros. Series. That way, more characters can feel more organic, in how they fight. So, and I think one of the characters who really demonstrates this well, in actually Super Smash Bros. Brawl is Zero Suit Samus. Actually, her combos, once you learn them, they chain together so nicely. You can't tell that. You can almost not tell that they're like these completely separate moves from one another when they actually are. They chain together that good, and that's what I'm talking about. I want them to chain together just like Zero Suit Samus's moves chain together very well. Something like that where, I mean, it's not going to be effortless. Yes, you're going to have to put time into it and actually work at it, but it's a little bit more easier, and you can actually get the up and up on people with certain combos, even creating your own combos and stuff like that. So I think the Super Smash Bros. Series could learn a little bit more from the actual fighters, like Street Fighters, the bigger fighters out there. Not to say that this isn't a legitimate fighter, just a few more things from it it could learn. So as far as the whole change in direction thing, I think that's the direction they should go in. I mean, of course, there will probably be more than 50 characters, probably not much over. I always wanted at least 60 because this is Namco Bandai that we're working with, and these people know how to put a huge amount of characters in one game and have them all feel basically different in some way, even if it's in just a small way. They know how to make them feel different. If you guys ever played the Dragon Ball Z games, the latest ones, or the Naruto games that they have developed. So I think they could benefit with Namco from this, because they are experienced in the fighting genre themselves. So they're not new to anything like that. So that's what I think. So with these updates, I'm going to have my character most wanted characters that I most want in the video. So the character that I want for this video, and I'll announce it, is Dylan from Dylan's Rollin' Racing. Why do I always say that? Dylan's Rolling Racing. I want to say Dylan's Rolling Western, and that's a game on eShop. If you guys haven't played that, I think he would make a cool character, and I'm probably already told you guys this, but I cannot stress more how this new character from Nintendo needs to be in this game. He is so cool, and if Sonic's not in the game, I would gladly have him as a replacement. How I would like him to play, I would like him to kind of play a little heavier, let's say sorta, kind of like Bowser, a little bit lighter, and a little bit faster, because Dylan in the game, he can't jump or anything. He is very fast, but only when rolling. When actually just walking and stuff, he's a little bit kind of on the slow side. And if you just run around with him, he is running and it's quite slow. So I think he should be like a powerhouse type, something like Snake. A blow could just knock you out after you get to like at least 60% or something. I think he should be that type. He should also be not a Sonic clone, but since he does roll around, his moves could involve him, digging underground and then coming back up. That could be his down B, because that's what he does in the game. He can barrel down in the ground and then come back up and damage his enemies. Also, his final smash, if those are in the game, could be Armor Mode, where he's just invincible. So basically, what Armor Mode could do is one hit, everyone's dead. Anyone he hits is dead. You have free movement and everything. And he should, for his special, when he rolls into a ball, he should be able to charge it just like he does. And if he charges it to a certain point, it's kind of slow to charge it. That way, don't make it overpowered. But when he charges it all the way, it actually like does this whole, let's say, an earthquake like it does in the game. I would love him to be in the game. Also, my other pick would be Tails. I love Tails, and if Sega is going to be